What's up, YouTube? So I'm back in the Palisades again today. There was a pretty bad storm that blew in last night. It's still raining. It's not super bad, but it's starting to pick up a little bit. Water is safe to drink. Okay, so apparently the water's good to drink now. It's only been 2 months. Before it wasn't good to drink. Now it's good to drink. All right, so I'm here off of Sunset, and you can see, you know, there's still a lot of construction and there's a lot of fire damage still. Nothing's been done. All right, 2 months. And nothing's been done. Well, very little. I came in off of Hyuma Road this morning, and it was all washed out. It was really bad. I almost had to turn around, which would have been nearly impossible. You know, getting a truck turned around on that tiny little road is almost not even worth trying. Just back down the road 10 miles. No, it was pretty bad though. There's a couple of houses that were burned down, and they were, you know, alongside a cliff or alongside a hill. And there's a couple of houses below them. And it's starting to look like now that the rain's going to be here all week, those houses might give way and land on the houses below it. It hasn't happened yet, but I think it's gonna happen. And if it does, I'll definitely be filming it to show you. Sometimes it's not necessarily the fire, it's what happens after the fire when it rains, you know? Look at all this. Unbelievable. Where all these people are gonna go. Like, where did they all go? I wonder. You know, another thing, I haven't seen any FEMA trucks. I don't know what this trailer is up here on the left. National Disaster Team. We got one trailer. Property Restoration Team. Okay. I've been here for 2 months, basically 3 or 4 days a week, just dropping off gravel and sandbags for the past 2 months, you know? And I haven't seen one FEMA truck. Not one. Not one. What does FEMA even do? Aren't they supposed to be like helping people and giving checks or something? Like figuring out like temporary housing? Aren't they supposed to be here? Helping people? Because if they are, they're not. Or at least I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any FEMA trucks. You got a lot of volume in here now off of Sunset. One of my subscribers actually asked me the other day if I could drive through to Temescal Canyon. It's actually closed off now. I used to be able to go through there But now they're only allowing dump trucks, basically. Right here is Temescal Canyon, to the right and to the left. They're using the school off of Temescal as like a storage facility or a sorting area, I guess. I don't know. I think they use it to sort through debris, stuff like that. It's still really bad though. Yeah, so I can't actually get in there to film anything as of right now. I'm sure it'll open up in the future, but maybe in a couple of years. It's terrible. This used to be the little elementary school on the left-hand side. There's a bunch of shops and buildings on the right. Well, what used to be. You know, there's a lot of areas that I haven't really gone to yet. Like a lot of little residential areas up in the hills behind us. I haven't really had a need to go up there because the majority of the work that I'm getting is to these massive, companies, and I'm dropping off all different types of lumber and gravel and burlap and stuff like that to these massive companies that are doing the cleanup. And we're not really, selling a lot of building supplies to these small little builders yet, like the, contractors and construction workers and stuff like that. This road's closed. And this is another problem right here, road ahead. So there's a lot of these roads are closed off. You can't even get into areas to check out how bad the devastation is. But obviously it's terrible. But I'm going to make a left right here, and then hopefully you'll be able to see you'll be able to see the hills all up through out there. I haven't been able to go up into the hills yet, and there's a lot of houses up in the hills. And some of those roads are completely blocked off. Like you can't get up there at all, even if you wanted to. Wow, this is super bad right here. As you can see, it's been 2 months and basically nothing's changed, okay? So for anyone speculating and assuming that it's going to take 18 months, like, Karen Bass said, to rebuild, it's not going to happen. It's going to take many years to clean up this mess. Many years. And they're up in the hills. I've heard that there's a lot of houses that are going to give way. The foundation is coming out from underneath them. And that's going to create a lot of problems. Because there's a lot of houses below them that might not have necessarily been burned down. And then you've got legal issues. You've got legal problems. Who's liable? If your house was burned down and, you know, the foundation held up, but then 2 months later it rained and the foundation gave way, and all of that debris and rubble lands on your neighbor's house below and destroys their property, who's on the hook for that one? You know what's surprising? Now that I think about it, I haven't heard anything really about lawsuits, which is a bit surprising to me. I haven't heard anything about the city getting sued, the state getting sued, the fire department, you know, the federal, I don't know, like, you haven't really heard very much on the news about legal action taken against the city or the state for that matter. And I'm sure it's going to happen because there was some serious negligence that took place. You spend all of this money in tax revenue for your fire department, and when a fire comes, you can't even put water in the hydrants. And I'm sure that there was a lot of brush and that should have been cleared out that didn't. You know, that's what I really don't understand. You have so many people pushing this climate change agenda, right? Which you would think increases the risks of wildfires and hurricanes and natural disasters. So if the risk of wildfires is increasing, then why would Karen Bass be cutting the budget by $17 million or whatever it was, you know? Don't you think that they would be allocating more funds? That doesn't really make sense to me. So it's like on one hand, they think that climate change is real, and it might be real, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but there's probably truth to it. But on one hand, you say climate change, but then you cut funding for the fire department. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You should be allocating more money to the fire department. And the truth is, the state's insolvent. The state's broke. You know, California is the pension fund is the CalPERS pension. They're done. They're broke. They're insolvent. If they had to pay out today, they couldn't. California has a huge unfunded pension liability, unlike other states. You know, apparently California is in $500 billion worth of debt, which is kind of hard to believe. And now they're asking for more money. And I haven't heard anything about that yet either. Whether or not California will get the $40 billion that they requested from Donald Trump in federal assistance. anyways, that's a quick little drive-through on Sunset Boulevard. And as you can see, it's been 2 months now, and basically nothing has been accomplished. Very little. So, you know, makes you wonder if this was China. I bet you all of those houses would have been cleaned up by now. I remember during COVID seeing the videos of China setting up these like mobile hospitals, and they would set up these crazy hospitals within like a week, like giant buildings, just working around the clock 24 hours a day. So too bad we don't work like that. You know, it took me nearly an hour just to get in to the Palisades this morning. I had a couple of deliveries in Malibu, and then I had a couple deliveries in Palisades, and now I'm going back to the yard to pick up more, and I gotta come back to do another run, so it's gonna be a long day. A long day. Well, that's all right. I don't mind. You know, these people drive so recklessly now, like just careless. Anyways. Alright guys, so that was just a quick little video going through Sunset, and I'll be posting another video soon. So thank you again to all of the people who have been commenting and liking and subscribing and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. So until next time guys, thanks.